What up, Thai Nation? I'm EDM producer TYLR. Let's react to some music, shall we? Here we go.
Take me higher. Take me higher. Take me higher.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel, and also welcome to another Fan Pick Friday. Alrighty, this time around, we're gonna dive into something you guys have been highly recommending. I've gotten people asking me to do this from my DMs and my Instagram, on videos, just so many people asking for this. So it's time to finally dive into it, and that is Hi Ren. Hi Ren, you ask? Hi Ren as in by Ren, the artist himself. I've seen this floating around even the YouTube world from many different reactors doing it, and I've seen so many of you guys ask me to do this, so I think it's about time to do it. I know that just from a little bit of background you guys have given me in comments, you said that he apparently was on a label at one point and they dropped him after he had gotten, I believe, Lyme disease, and he was like really sick or something like that, but now he's bouncing back and this song has put him back on the map. And so I'm intrigued now to see what the song's all about, and all about Ren himself. So let's go and dive right into it. I'm really excited. Alrighty, you know what we're here for. Ren, what you got for us? Let's do this. Alright. He's got a guitar, and he's in it looks like he's almost like in an asylum thing, or like a psychotic maybe place. Ooh, okay. You know he can play guitar. Damn, bro, get it. Ooh, wow, love this. Okay. Okay. Did not expect that.
Hi there, Ren. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down, you know
What?
that. Deep down, you know I'm always in periphery. Ren, on your pleased to see me. It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant.
What? Is this like him like doing like a like talking to himself? Like the demon side of him talking to like the regular side? What is happening? This is really intriguing. What? Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm just gonna keep going. I'm not gonna question anything. I'm just gonna keep going.
To be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect at always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate. This time is different, man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when
This is interesting. Okay. I'm sorry. I know I'm interrupting a lot. Well, it might seem like I'm interrupting a lot. I'm just trying to make sure I understand the meaning here, because with him having something like Lyme disease, I know that Lyme disease can put people through absolute hell. I've got I know that Avril Lavigne also had Lyme disease, and I know that I think she took like several years off from music, and now she's bounced back, which I'm super happy for her, because She's one of my she was like my childhood growing up. I mean, she was so good. So but this is interesting. Like, I feel like I've heard this many times where people just be like, hey, here, just take this pill, take this medication, you'll be fine, you'll be better. And they'll like not sometimes they'll like treat people like somebody like this, like as in like being like psychotic, and him talking about like new coping skills. Lyme disease has been known to affect people in their brains. And obviously I'm not like gonna get too much into that because I don't know the scientificness. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical person. But like I know like that Lyme disease can affect people's brains. So that's probably why he's kind of mentioning like that psychosis type of thing, where like they might have even, I think maybe somebody even mentioned that like people like deeming him like psychotic or something like that, and like putting him in a psychosis or like a psychotic like place or something like that because they thought he was like going insane maybe or something. I don't know. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's what maybe somebody had mentioned. And I feel like it's like when you're basically in that, like, it's like whenever somebody has anything mentally going on, it's just like, oh, here, take this pill. Oh, you have depression? Here, take this pill. Oh, hey, you have ADHD? Here, take this pill. It'll help you focus again. Oh, this will take care of your depression. You won't feel depressed anymore. And really, 9 times out of 10, that's not just a cure there. There's gotta be more than just handing somebody a pill and saying, here you go, you'll be fine now. Like, you can't just drug people to, think that they're gonna be okay now. Like, and I think that's kind of like what he's getting at here. Let me go back just so we can see that line again, because unfortunately this is kind of like failing on my lyrics here. I'm trying to, use this as my way of hearing what he's saying, because I don't always pick up on things very quickly sometimes, so I like to always have these captions to help me. But anyways, okay, let's keep going.
Boy, nah mate, this time is different man, trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place, and my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great, and when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man, cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one, so you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious.
Okay, so it sounds to me like this is definitely like almost like his the reality side of him, comparing himself to the like the doubting side of him. Like the reality of it all is that he's actually, well, I don't know, I guess you could say like almost like your reality side and your doubting side could almost be the same person, because reality is maybe like he's, I don't know, it's hard to say, because like the reality could be that like his music is like picking up and doing better. But it also could be like maybe he's, I don't know. I think I'm diving too much into it. I think I'm thinking too hard. I think it's more so it's like this is like two sides of him, where it's like there's the one side that's like him being himself, and then there's this like it's like the devil and the angel on your shoulders. Like the angel is like the real you, and the devil is trying to like tell you something different and make you and persuade you into something that's not real, that you're and like it's almost like this side of him like has the doubt versus the side of him that's confident that he's doing better. That kind of seems to be like what I'm thinking. So yeah, interesting. Okay, let's just keep on.
Enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you, remind you to manage expectations, provide you perspective. That thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking god complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots, and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason. Beheading all kings, I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mustopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips, so you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, you wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of ends. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Wow, oh my gosh. I'm starting to think that he really is a musical genius. I mean, the writing here is so it's so complex, but it's not complex enough to not understand it. And it's like he's got this. I'm pretty spot on, I think, with it. It's like he's saying like hi Ren, like he's talking to himself, but it looks like he's talking to his conscience. I think that it's almost like he's talking to his conscious of like the conscious that he has with the Lyme disease, where like the Lyme disease I know can like affect you in terms of like your anxiety. So this could almost represent the anxiety that he's gotten from having Lyme disease. And I'm not saying that Lyme disease has a side effect of anxiety, but I know that anxiety and getting your head messed up and twisted, if you want to call it that, that's a terrible word. I don't like to say that. But your brain is our brains are very complex. Our brains are something where you can almost get it stuck, and that's kind of like what happens here, where your brain kind of gets stuck in this like fight or flight thing, where even something as simple as going and driving and going somewhere you've done all your life suddenly is almost impossible at that moment. And it's kind of maybe I think what he's almost kind of singing about here is like his like that voice is his like Lyme disease conscious, where everything is anxiety ridden, everything is like you can't do this, you can't do that. He's almost, and this is a really cool, interesting way that he ties it into like like the way that this anxiety is almost like saying like, oh, I'm the serpent from I'm serpent from Eden and the garden. I'm the Antichrist. I'm this. I'm blah 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 blah. Everything he names, like all these like references, almost like devil type stuff and all this negativity things or whatnot. And it's like you're saying like you can't get rid of me without killing me. So it's like you can't really kill. You can't get rid of your conscience unless you kill yourself. That's the only way you could possibly get rid of your conscience. So that's kind of like what this whole like song is about. Is like his conscious that he's going that he's been dealt with is like fighting him, and he's trying to like break free and be like, no, I want to be in music. I want to do music again. I want to be my own self. I don't want you in control. And the problem is that as much as we want to be in control, our conscious is what controls us. That's what basically helps us with our decisions, whether good or bad, or it tells us like, oh, this is like, it would be like, ow, okay, I just hit this. What did I cut from that pain? What told me that? My conscious. And, so it's like, you can't really like, be like, if you took that like, receptor away from your brain, it says you feel pain when you hit something like this, you would be able to put your freaking hand on like a burner and you'd never feel it because pain receptors are in your brain. It's like you could be literally putting your hand on fire and see it turning black and burning, and you'd be like, oh, wow, what's happening here? And you have no idea because your brain receptor that gives you the receptor of pain is not telling you that you need to take your hand away because there's no pain. So it's like I said, it's almost like you can't escape your conscious and your brain without basically taking your whole entire self out. And that's kind of like what he's kind of saying here, where it's like, you can't escape the conscious. It's going to be there no matter what. And you have to, what you deal with that conscious is going to come down to, what what kind of upbringing you come from, if you have a medical issue like him having Lyme disease, and yeah, I mean that seems to be the thing. But yeah, enough to chat. Let's keep going. We still have like 4 minutes left. This is like really really just intriguing and really cool. Like phenomenal writing honestly on his part. Let me go back a couple actually. Yeah, like catch the end here where he's talking about, and I can kind of show you like what he's talking about here, like this, like father of lies, Mustafa Ali. I don't know who that is. Here, yeah, see, I'm sin. I'm no rhyme. I'm no rhyme and reason. So like with your, with like this like side of him, there's no rhyme and reason to anything. Here's Lucifer, Antichrist, all that stuff. So it's like he's saying like this like conscious that he's been dealt with Lyme disease is almost like all this negativity, which is all represented by these different things he's naming off. So yeah, let me go back even one more. Yeah, see, I am temptation, the snake in Eden. Yeah, so we'll start right here.
Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal. Feeble and normal, wow. You wanna kill me, I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Such a phenomenal song. The writing is so impressive.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted. I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal. And you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope. Some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So coward the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate different side.
Man, the way he's structured the song is so interesting. It's like each new part has like a new section of like story where it's like the first part is him battling back and forth with his conscious and like the anxiety that he's been feeling for all these years and whatnot. And then like he breaks and it's like he gets completely taken over by the conscious, where the conscious is like, no, listen up, Ren, I'm in control, I'm your conscious, I control you, I will give you all, I will provide all this negativity in your brain and you can't escape me, blah blah blah. And then he comes back out, he's like, hi Ren, back again to normal himself, and he's actually just talking to himself now, saying like, almost kind of like talking to himself but also to us, saying like, I've been gone for a while because I've been ill, I feel like I've been ill for like half my life, and I'm trying to come out of this stronger than ever, but it's hard. It's not very easy, but I will do it. I'm going to stay persistent and whatnot. And it's just so cool. Like, just to see, like, I've never seen a song structured like this. I've never seen such, like, complex, super profound, like, lyricism like this before to really describe something he's been going through for so long. And it's like he's telling us his story, but it's like he's like, almost like telling it in a way that's like super profound, like he's pulling in all these different references to describe like the way he's feeling or like the way his conscious is like like talking to him almost in real life. Like, it's like he feels like his conscience is like the devil, the antichrist. It's sin. It's every bad decision you make in life or whatnot all files back to your conscious, or even to your brain for that matter. And it's like the references he's using to describe this is so cool. I've never seen such amazing like lyricism in my entire life. This is so awesome. I don't know how this guy is not famous. This is amazing. I don't know how your label could possibly drop you when you're this talented. Like, honestly, they just totally they just screwed the pooch on that one. Also, love the choice of basically using the symbolism of like what he is almost been like seen and represented by as just like a patient basically in a chair, almost being deemed like psychotic and crazy because of everything the Lyme disease has made him into, or like basically the way he's acting now. And I love that he's using that symbolism to like really emphasize what the song is about, and also at the same time really make you focus on that aspect by just having it just be like a normal like plain room. Like there's nothing like super crazy effects and like a bunch of like this super complex music video to like distract you like from the like what he wants you to focus on, and that's the lyrics. He wants you to focus on the lyrics and focus on the symbolism behind him just basically being in this like psychotic like room wheelchair and him in this like gown and stuff. Like it's just so genius. Oh my gosh, everything he's doing here is so genius. Like, oh my gosh.
When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis.
Wow.
As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare. But there were victims, and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got.
That's actually a genius way of putting it. An internal dance. Like, it's something that only he can really feel and understand. Like, it's one of those things where it's like, you have that phrase, if you walk, you don't understand somebody, so you walk in their footsteps. Something like this, where you're dealing with something like mental illness, you really truly can't just like say like, oh yeah, I know what you're going through. I completely understand because of this and this and that. Like, oh my somebody in my family has depression, or this person's got ADHD, or this person was just diagnosed with this, whatever. You can say that all you want, but until you really experience and feel like what that person has experienced, you really don't actually know. And that's why like using that reference of eternal dance is like, because it's really like a dance. Like sometimes in dancing, you get really spaced out, pick it up and whatnot, and sometimes there's like slow dancing, so it's like some days are maybe a little bit slower with the way he was with his that's the illness and stuff. Maybe he was having some good days, and then maybe it would pick back up and like almost like a reference to like fast dancing, where you like feel like you're out of control and you can't feel like you feel like you're like losing yourself. That's kind of like a honestly genius way of putting it. The slow dancing, where it's like he feels like he's a little bit more in control, and his conscious isn't completely owning him. And then there's like the fast dancing, where it's like a little chaotic and all over the place. That's honestly a genius way of putting it. That's really cool. Like, wow, oh my gosh.
The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier.
See, look, see, he learned to relax and soften, almost like a slow dance. Like slow dances are more almost like soft and relaxing and more fun to like watch, versus like, hip hop dancing where it's just like, super energetic and super crazy and yeah, that was kind of more the point anyway, more than anything. But yeah, it's a great way that he kind of almost explains what he means here to really kind of help people pick up on what he's like saying. But yeah, really freaking cool. Oh my gosh, his lyricism out of this world. Oh my gosh.
It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods.
Wow, that's so true.
And I must not forget. We must not forget that we are human beings.
True. That's crazy. Wow. That is wowzers. Goodness gracious. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Guys, I can see why you want me to react to this. This is very, very interesting. I'm not going to say much because I already talked a lot through the video. I'm sorry, I talk a lot during the videos when I'm trying to really understand and interpret like what the singer wants me to know and feel and take away from the song. So just as a real quick like synopsis, I think this is more, like I said, this is like the battle of him describing a few different things. Really where he's been with him battling his illness for, it sounds like he said for 10 years, I think if I remember correctly, which is such a long time to go through something like that, which, I mean, doesn't surprise me. I mean, I know somebody who's gone through this before, and they're still battling it to this day. And it's cool though to see that he's kind of like shown almost what it feels like, where you have like your conscious basically, telling you can't do this, you can't do that, or you feel like you're going to die basically or whatnot, essentially. And the problem is that he's found his way out though. He's found that out where he's basically, he said, he's slowed down, he's learned to relax. And that is what helps you calm yourself down. Like when you're going through like a high stress situation, how do you get that anxiety to go away? You calm down, you relax, you do whatever you can to like get your mind to settle down. That's kind of like what it's like basically going through this like anxiety type of experience where, and I'm surprised though that it's like they were basically naming him like psychotic and like, wanting to put him in like a mental hospital and stuff like that's just, or like just trying to like force pills down his throat. Like that's just such a really bad way of trying to like handle things in this world. There's like so many different ways you can like, handle like anxiety, depression, stuff like that. Like something like it's even as simple as like medical like marijuana could take care of half those issues in the world, and so much better than any type of pill you could be basically giving somebody. But that's not my say to dive into that. More so than anything, it's just I don't completely agree with the way that we handle like medication, at least here in the United States, more than anything. But like I said, that's not my place. I don't I'm not gonna dive into that. More so, I just want to give major praise to Ren here for just not only just this really profound, complex lyricism, but the way he referred to these like references to describe how he was feeling, or like the way that he felt like his conscience was like treating him when he was going through this, and this like way of like changing his voice to represent like this evil like conscious versus him actually being himself in his normal voice. Everything about this was so well thought out. There's so much, it shows how much of a genius he is as not only a writer, but also as like the way he's conveying the song itself and the way he conveyed, even like the way he played the guitar, where like when it was like the evil conscious, it was like he's playing it more faster and picking it up and whatnot, almost representing that way of feeling almost out of control when your conscious is telling you all this stuff, like make you feel like anxiety, like almost like it's like, oh, the guitar is playing really fast, but then when it's him, he breaks it down a little bit, and then just playing nice and slow, like, oh, this is me normal when my brain's not going crazy, and even just something like that, just the way he conveyed it was so well done, and I'm blown away. That was phenomenal. I can't believe that his label dropped him. because this guy deserves to be on the map. He deserves to have his music heard. He deserves to have a second chance. I think he's on that way. I think he's on his way to a second chance. I think that he could do this by himself. I think he has. I don't think he needs a label. I don't really think he needs a label. You know, screw labels. Do it yourself. You know. Not really. I mean, labels can really do a lot of good work for some people. You know, but you know, for him, I think that he's gonna do great on his own. I really do. But anyways, guys, that was my reaction to Hi Ren by Ren. And yeah, besides this video, honestly, like, where should I continue my journey here with Ren? Is there other stuff that I should react to? I mean, I don't really know how far he got into music before he had to take his break. But yeah, if there's more stuff that you may react to from Ren, please let me know in the comments down below. And if there's anything I kind of missed from, like, the interpretation of the song, or anything about his, like, you know, illness and what he went through from what you guys might know, please let me know in the comments down below also. And yeah. Also, guys, because this is you're probably new to my channel, please take the time to like, subscribe, and make sure you click on that bell notification to be alerted whenever I start a new group, a new artist, or a new band in my channel. Besides that, you guys are awesome. I love you guys. And as always, bye!